Hello and welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time joining, I'm a full-time reseller and I wanted to show you today the items that sold yesterday. And I want to change a couple of things up. I've had some people ask on a lot of questions on packing, shipping, what services do I use when I ship, how do I pack fragile items. I know that side of the business a lot of people are scared of. So I want to take this time to show you both things, what sold, and show you how I pack it. So really quick, we've got this 4G Muama. I don't even know what it is. It's not a router. It's a portable, yeah, I guess it is a router. Portable wireless router. I had no idea what this was. I thought it was an old phone. So I looked it up and it turned out it was worth some decent money. Picked it up 2 days ago and it already sold. I paid $3 at a thrift store. It sold for $54. So that was a no-brainer. Then we've got Starbucks mug. I picked up a whole lot of these. We're right around $4 a piece. This one sold for $30. They were all international. It was kind of a cool story with the family I bought it from. They in the military, they always got mugs everywhere they went, but they were tired of moving the mugs everywhere they went, so they sold the collection. And I bought them all for about $4 a piece. I think I was in it probably 150, 160 bucks, but I got so many mugs. And they're slowly selling, all at about 30 to 40 a piece. I think I've had a couple that sold for like 70. So Starbucks mugs, when they're international, always look it up. Serious bolo. All right, then we've got these ski pants. I picked up a box. I live in Arizona, so I find winter gear all the time of people that move from colder climates and then they want to sell it. So this was in a box of a bunch of cross-country gear. I've got boots listed. I've got another pair of pants listed. And I think there was a couple other things. It was $2 for the whole box. So these sold for $30. This Best Air humidifier cleaner, I bought a whole bunch of them for $2 each. Yeah, I think it still has the 2 written up top. $2 each, sold for $23. Not a big item. I probably wouldn't buy that again because it's heavy, and my comps were all selling for free shipping, with free shipping. So $23 is going to cost me $15 to ship it. So it definitely was not worth buying. But one thing that is worth buying and always picking up is toner, even if it's expired. This one was from oh my gosh, how old was this? 2016. That's how old this was. But it still sells. So this pair sold for $25. But the best sale, and if you follow any of my shorts, you would hear the story about this. Lavalier. I picked this up day before yesterday. Within 24 hours, one already sold. I picked up a whole lot of these, $175 worth. This one I paid $30. There's 4 of them. They were $30 a piece. Another couple things that were $10 or $15 each. So the whole lot of Lavalier, I was in at $175. This one already sold for $176. So I already made back my investment, and now everything else that sells is going to be profit. So I always recommend buying things in bulk when you can get the price right. These were already marked down. They had just marked it more than 50% off on the day that I went in there, and I had to grab it. So $175 for all of it, and I'm already in the green. So cost of goods for everything, $43 for a gross profit of $338. This is one day's sales. This was Wednesday's sales, and I'm shipping them today, which is Thursday. I don't know when this video is going out, but that's the time frame. So I want to show you how I'm going to pack all of this. So today, one big thing to take into consideration is whether you can ship it first class or priority. First class is has to be less than a pound. It only goes up to 16 ounces. If it's more than a pound, it has to go priority mail or another service. So today, for this example, this one, it is light enough to go first class, but they paid $176 for it. So I'm definitely going to send it priority, but priority has these lovely flat rate mailers. These are normally $8.20. They just went up, I think, to $8.25, and I think there was another holiday hike, but it is right around $8.50 in the in a poly. So I'm going to wrap it up, give it a little extra protection because it is a nice box. Give it a quick wrap. And now I feel confident putting this into a poly mailer, these are called, or a bubble mailer. Alright, so I know he's going to weigh less than a pound. He's right at 6 ounces. But again, I want to make sure it is going priority. You can only use these priority mailers to ship priority mail. When it's a flat rate envelope, you can't do regular priority on this envelope. Unless you're paying more for it, then they don't care. But if you would end up paying less, they're going to ding you or return it or charge the recipient to pay for it. So I just make a little note, 0.6 pounds, and then I finish my packing and move over to the computer to print my labels. That's my system. Next up, we've got the ink. So this one is also going to go into a poly mailer. I'm not going to waste a box. It's already a box in a box. Nothing's going to happen to these, shipping them in the mail. And I reuse packing material all the time. Amazon is very wasteful on their packing material, so I get so much packaging from Amazon. Tape that bad boy. One more piece of tape. I'm going to do that same note. 0. Oops. That's 10 ounces. So I know what's in it. I just made a little note, ink. Because as I'm packing stuff, I don't want to get confused. So in this one, I'll write a little L. All right, then we're going to get, we got another poly. These jeans are the ski pants. I have another reusable large poly. So I love when I can use poly mailers to ship stuff. It's super easy and lightweight. Oof, don't do that, I ripped it. Alright. Squeeze some air out of it. Alright. Give it a quick weigh. 1 pound, 4 ounces. All right, I'm gonna set that over here. Then we do have an item we're gonna put in a box. I don't feel comfortable putting this in a poly mailer. It would get busted up and probably start leaking everywhere. So I grabbed a box, looks pretty good size. Again, I reuse, happens to be Amazon. And I went ahead and I put a couple air pockets in here just to keep it from moving around. Stick that in there and just tape it. I'm not worried about packing. It's not breakable. So we're gonna weigh this guy. It's gonna be 414. All right, we got another poly mailer. So this one, again with that first class versus priority. They paid $50 for it, but I'm fine still doing first class mail. You do not get shipping coverage when you do first class. And you go priority, you get insurance. First class, you don't. But I'm pretty confident with this in its box. So I'm willing to take a risk with first class. So I will use this box inside of some poly, some bubbles, just kind of give it a little protection. Again, they paid $50 for it. So sometimes it just helps give the illusion that you care, I guess. I just want to make sure that it makes it. It still looks good in its packaging. Just that I put some care into it. So I'd be happy if I got a package that looked like this. And in this example, I'm using a regular poly because I'm not going first class or priority. I don't want to use a flat rate envelope. I want to use a regular poly mailer. There's the bubble polys, and then there's the regular polys that don't have any bubbles. But I feel I want to give it a little layer of extra protection, so I'm going to use one of these. You can pick these up on your eBay, and then if you, depending on the store you have, you can get store credit towards shipping supplies. So when you upgrade your store from, I think it's a starter store, pro store. All right, don't quote me on that, but depending on the store that you have, you get shipping credits towards shipping supplies. So I have this in a bubble mailer. I know it's going first class, so it weighs less than a pound. We are 9 ounces. I highly recommend, if you've seen me use it, this scale. I do have a link down below to my link tree, and I have some links to some of my daily items that I use. That scale is a lifesaver. When I say, oh yeah, it's less than a pound, there's been times I'm wrong. So I would never ever try to guess what an item weighs. When I first started, I would try and step on the scale, get that number, hold my item, step on the scale, calculate the difference. It's never accurate. So a shipping scale, totally worth it. It was right around $10, $15. Sometimes you can find them used, but always have a shipping scale. That is the #1 investment in your eBay business. You don't even need a label printer. You don't even need a fancy camera. You can use your phone. But a shipping calculator, scale, 100%. All right, now my fun one. I always get asked, how do I ship these coffee mugs? I have mastered, knock on wood, how to ship these. I always start with bubbles. I want to start with a little more bubbles. All right, so I always start with some bubbles. We're going to start by giving it a good wrap. And I'm going to go around it again. I'm just going to tuck the top into the mug. Then the back side, I'm just going to give it a little foldy. And tape it, okay? My trick is cardboard. I always go around the handle with a piece of scrap cardboard. I keep extra scraps. These were lids to my storage boxes, the banker boxes. I don't use the lids. So these become scrap cardboard for different items. So I go around the handle. That's the important part, that you want that structure. So going on the handle. Ooh, doing this one-handed. It's going to give it that extra protection. So this guy is going to make it. Another eBay item I purchased are these small boxes. These are great for coffee mugs. And you don't have to get the eBay one. I just use my store credit. All right, now this guy goes into there. There's a little bit of wiggle room on each side. And there's some packing paper. Just make sure he doesn't move around. So I have it just sitting in there, packing paper on one side. And off she goes. All right, so that's how I package my items for eBay. Let me show you how I print the label and how I select which label I am going to print. Okay, so I'm on my computer. I'm going to show you how I select which items and which shipping services I'm going to use. So we'll start off with my mug. I've pulled up my order, click on print label, and then we'll be able to select how much it weighed. 1 pound, 4 ounces, and I know it's an 8 by 6 by 4 box. When I scroll down, I'll be able to see some options of how I'm going to ship it. Compare all services. That's going to give you your eBay, your FedEx, your UPS, your USPS, postal. It also tells you how much each service costs. It'll also tell you, the date of the estimated delivery. I like to look over here where it says expected on Tuesday, December 6th. So I want to make sure that this item makes it by the date they're expecting it. So in this case, it was selected that they're going to be choosing priority mail. And I also like to look and see if sometimes FedEx 2-day happens to be cheaper. In this case, it's not. It's $14 for the 2-day. Postal is $13.06. So I'm going to select that one. Another thing to take into consideration is how much they paid for shipping. They paid $17 to ship it to them, and I'm able to ship it for $13.06 with eBay rates. Purchase your shipping label. And print it out. One thing to consider is if you do not have a label printer, I recommend the Rollo printer. This Rollo is, it was a godsend. But I did not start out with that. When I first started, and I'm only doing 1 or 2 items a week, even 1 item a day, I was just printing it out on my normal inkjet printer, my laser printer, and taping it onto my box. That is 100% okay. You want to make sure when you tape it that you don't go over any barcodes. They make sure that you don't tape over the barcode. So you could tape basically a square around it, but not on the actual barcode. But otherwise, it's worth the investment as your store grows. I kind of told myself if I'm shipping multiple items a day, it was worth the investment. I think they're right around 150, 170. But the amount of time it saved me is worth every penny. But you don't have to have it. That's kind of the role of that. All right, so now I'm shipping that cleaner, that humidifier cleaner. It defaults to priority mail. That's what the buyer selected. It was free shipping, but sometimes there is a situation where UPS or USPS is cheaper. It is totally fine to select the other service. My little rule of thumb is as long as that expected date is within the window of what you expected up top. Like in this case, does it even say, expected Tuesday, December 6th. Postal is always going to run late because it's the holidays, but within that range. So like media mail, I won't select that. This also does not qualify for media mail. Media mail is books and media, CDs, movies, records. That's it. It does not cover electronics. It does not cover humidifier cleaner. So that's why it's crazy cheap, $4. But this does not fit for that. So make sure you're only using media mail to ship actual media. If you get caught, you're going to pay that difference. I was actually thinking this would be cheaper with UPS or FedEx, but it's not. FedEx 2-day is $20. It's going to Oklahoma. So $8.82. I'm still going to stick with priority. So all my items today are actually going to go with priority mail. When you are selecting the flat rate mailers, the one that you want to select is called flat rate padded. So if this was that package, you would choose this priority mail flat rate padded envelope, and we're at $8.30 right now. So it has gone up a little bit, but not crazy. So I know I covered a lot in this video. I wanted to make sure that I want to answer any questions that viewers have. So if you have any questions on any of these videos, anything that I go over that, to me, I go over it fast because I'm used to it. But if you want me to slow down and go over any other content, please let me know. Let me know in the comments. I'm on all socials, Desert Sellers, so feel free to send me a message on there. But I want to produce videos that people want to watch. So today, showing shipping, I think answered a lot of questions. I did level it down so that if you are a beginner, I hope I went slow enough and explained enough, but I'm always able to answer any questions. So don't hesitate to message. So thank you so much for watching. If you like what you saw, be sure to hit that like and subscribe button, and I'll see you on the next video. Thanks again.